Hello everybody, welcome back in. Welcome to Mad Ferret Studios, Boutique in the house. I'm going into part 2 of Lord Winklebottom Investigates. So let's get into that and we'll go grab what I'm missing. Alright, let's see where we left off. Okay. Okay, so that's the key. That's what we need the key for.
I'm not sure we have all the information we need to crack this puzzle.
Okay, so I remember...
A long metal axe. This seems very sturdy. Even the handle is metal.
I say, Winklebottom, I bet Gilfrey liked this axe a lot. Or... because he's an axolotl.
Yes. I understand.
Okay, we should be able to take the axe. There we go.
Sorry, my friend. I'm rather afraid I've more of a need for this than you do.
There's just nothing you won't half-inch given the chance, is there?
I have no idea what this app is. I'm certainly not going to touch it, but I know it's safe. Maybe if we could find out more about it.
Okay. So next we're gonna go to the kitchen. Let's see.
Nothing else of use in here. Nothing of interest in here.
Make sure I'm still recording. Okay, good. I'm recording. Alright.
Just some odds and ends, nothing useful. Just some crockery.
Alright, I was thinking we had to grab something out of here. I know what to do with that, so I know what's that is. So, okay, hallway. Alright. I don't think I missed anything in the servants' quarters. Nope, we've been here. I know that. Alright. Let's go upstairs. Ah, study. That's what I need.
A small blade used for opening letters.
My God, Winklebottom, this might be it. The murder weapon.
Other than there being no blood in the water, this blade barely being sharp enough to break paper, let alone flesh, and the fact the murderer would have to dry it off and place it back in his desk after using it, rather than just taking it with him, yes, I'd say this fits the facts rather well.
Nobody likes you when you act like a blasted clever clogs, you know.
On top of all that, we don't even know that this is a murder yet.
Yes, you've made your point.
Alright, now can I grab said yes I can.
Let's take this with us.
You must be flummoxed if you think we're going to be in this blasted place long enough for you to start getting correspondence.
A notepad. Looks like the top page has been torn off.
Oh, you know what this means. Quick, give me a pencil. I'm going to rub over it and reveal what was written on the torn off sheet. This is my favourite.
Here you go then.
It's working, it's working.
Let me see now. 1 dozen eggs, 1 lettuce, a quart of milk. Well done, Frumple. You've uncovered an old shopping list.
How disappointing.
Might come in useful, I suppose.
Alright, I remember that. So we need to look up a reference book. There we go.
We could spend days looking through these books. Maybe if we had something specific to search for. We could spend days looking through these books. Maybe if we had something specific to search for. This must be a baby photograph of Constance.
Look at her little bow.
We could spend days looking through these books. Maybe if we had something specific to search for.
We do. I'm just trying to get the damn thing to pop up. There we go.
This appears to be a large collection of books about botany.
There we go. That's what I
Plants
need.
and whatnot. How dull. Biology is much more interesting.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's great.
This appears to be a large collection of books about botany.
Plants and whatnot. How dull. Biology is much more interesting.
Alright.
We could spend days looking through these books. Maybe if we
Oh
had
my
something specific to
God.
search for.
Alright.
We could spend days looking through these
Yes,
books.
yes, yes,
Maybe if we had
yes.
something specific to search for.
But why isn't this triggering?
This appears to be a large collection of books about botany.
Plants and whatnot. How dull. Biology is much more interesting.
We could spend days looking.
But do I have to like go through every single one to...
This appears to be a large collection of books about botany.
Plants and whatnot. How dull. Biology is much more interesting.
This appears to be a large collection of books about botany.
Plants and whatnot. How dull. Biology is much more interesting.
Oh my god.
Greetings, dear lady.
Oh, hello.
I am Lord Winkelbottom III, and this is my companion, Dr Frumple.
I'm Vivian. Dr. Vivian Price.
You're a doctor.
Yes. Well, sort of. Not medicine. Geology. And physics. Also biology and linguistics. A few things.
Yes, well, medicine is difficult, especially for a, well, you know.
Frumple.
Oh, don't worry. I'm used to that sort of reaction.
Were you invited here for this great announcement too?
Me? Oh, no, I live here. Well, not here in the house, but on the island. I worked, I suppose, for Admiral Gilfrey.
Strange, the maid didn't mention other stuff.
No, she wouldn't. People tend to forget about me, you see, Mr. Winklebottom. Sometimes I think I might as well just blend into the scenery.
What was the nature of your employment here?
You know of Gilfrey's expeditions. I helped him examine the artefacts he brought back. Cataloguing, mostly. But sometimes there'd be something more interesting.
Anything recently? Could that be what he intended to announce? Some big discovery?
No, nothing. I'm sure I would have known if there was something like that. I am sorry, Mr. Winklebottom.
What do you know of the other people in the house?
Not very much, I'm afraid. I haven't really spoken to anybody. I don't even know the staff all that well. I tried talking to the gardener earlier, but he was in a frightful temper.
You mentioned the gardener was in a bad mood. Do you know why?
Oh, well, he's always kind of grumpy, you know, but he seemed perfectly livid last time I saw him. Thought he was being given the sack, I think. Something about a vegetable patch. You should probably ask him.
Thank you, miss. Greetings, good sir.
Ulysses Spode of Spode and Flabbernacle. At your service, sir.
What a ludicrous collection of names that is.
Quite so, Frumple. And what part do you play in today's events?
Don't rightly know, sir. Old Gilfrey wanted me to come and observe, he said. Worried there might be a spot of bother about whatever it was he was announcing.
Legal bother, you mean?
As you say. Wouldn't tell me in advance what the whole bally palaver was all about, though. I suppose now we'll never know.
Well, perhaps.
So, since I'm here anyway and the old boy has popped off, might as well sort through his paperwork and make sure everything is in order. Lots to sort out when somebody dies, you know. Especially somebody as rich as him.
We shall speak more later.
Always here if you need me.
We could spend days looking through these books. Maybe if... A diving suit, used by Gilfrey to remain out of his tube system for long periods. It looks like the helmet can be removed. I know I can carry a lot of things, but I draw the line at lugging around a big metal helmet for no very good reason. From what I recall, this door leads to the attic. Sadly, it appears to be locked at the moment.
Why do people in...
I rather imagine Gilfrey wasn't expecting to die, so probably wasn't anticipating our investigation.
Well, yes, I...
I'll just take this.
You know, I can prescribe medication if you need it. You don't have to go around stealing drugs from dead people.
It's an empty bottle, Frumple. This might prove useful.
Absolutely not. Why, if you take that, people won't be able to wash their hooves after their ablutions. Absolutely filthy. No, I won't allow it.
Different seats for small, medium and large posteriors. Saves accidents with smaller animals falling in the bowl. Most considerate. Various works of fiction. These are most likely Ethelberta's. Aristotle preferred his...
Oh, Shakespeare. The masters made us read it at school, toted old rot. Don't mind the one with the two lovers from rival families of mongooses and capybaras, though.
Alright, back to here.
I really am awfully embarrassed about this, you know. I once knew a chap who was killed after getting trapped in one of those. Sir Bumbles the Second. Very nasty way to go. I really am awful. I don't really want to lug around an entire hosepipe if I don't have a reason to.
Right.
A cactus, covered in dozens of needles.
I'm keeping well away. Got a dreadful phobia of needles, don't you know?
Doesn't that rather interfere with your work as a doctor?
Not at all. I just close my eyes when I use them, that's all. It's very common fear, you know. Most of my patients scream when they see me with one.
Alright, so now let's go to...
This pitcher plant is full of a nasty looking liquid. Some kind of sap, I presume.
What did you call me?
I have no idea what this sap is. I'm certainly not going to touch it if I don't know it's safe. Maybe if we could find out more about it.
Just curious.
Even with this bottle, I really don't want to carry this stuff around without knowing more about it.
Alright, so now let's go back up to the study. Study.
I wonder if I can find any information about that plant we saw
There we
in the
go.
orangery.
Jeez Louise.
Ah, yes, here we are.
What does it say?
Apparently, that sticky fluid in the plant is a kind of resin. Mix it with a strong alkali and apply a heat source and it'll set hard as rock.
Maybe we could use that for something if we can get hold of a heat source.
Alright. Now let's go down to the kitchen. Alright, so I took notes on that. Ask about heat source. Hold on.
I say, Frumple, look, there's an imprint here. Somebody must have dropped something in the wet mud. On the shade, I deduce...
It's very obviously a key. There's no need to act so badly clever about it, you know?
As you say, a key. Hello, my good man.
Do you mind? I have work to do. This storm is going to ruin my plants.
Perhaps you've not yet heard, but I'm afraid your master...
Oh, I've heard. And where does that leave me? That's what I want to know. Bloody inconsiderate of him it is.
Charming fellow, isn't he?
I wonder if you could help procure me some kind of portable heat source.
Procure a heat source? Look, Mush, if you want to borrow a lamp, just bloody well say so, why don't you?
Well, it's not too much trouble.
Oh no, that's just fine and dandy. I tell you what, you wait here in the shelter while I go off in the middle of a bloody storm to find you a lamp. Wouldn't want you to go to any bother, like.
Most gracious of you, I'm sure.
Well,
There we
are
go.
then. Do be careful not to burn your bloody hooves on it, won't you? I'm off inside, now that I've battened down the hatches out here. Don't feel you have to follow me, like.
Never did like invertebrates.
Somebody must have dropped a key into the wet mud and it's left an almost perfect impression.
I wonder what is a key for?
Alright, back in we go.
I say, Frumple, what on earth was that?
Some kind of commotion coming from the drawing room, I think.
Quickly, we must investigate. Quick, Frumple, to the orangery. Miss Gilfrey is in grave danger.
I love how her fiance just sits there staring ahead.
Miss Gilfrey, what is it? Whatever is the matter?
Oh, Lord Winklebottom, it was terrible. A simply frightful thing.
I say, steady on. What are you talking about?
Out there, Dr. Frumple, out in the dark. It was a creature, a thing. I've never seen such a ghastly sight.
Are you sure, Miss Gilfrey? Could it perhaps have been Mr. Walters returning to his boat?
It wasn't a person, Lord Winklebottom. It wasn't an animal at all. It was wet and hairless and... Oh, God, that face. I shall never forget it.
What now? Please, try to be calm, Miss Gilfrey. We must investigate.
Oh, sirs, thank goodness you're here. He just burst in, soaking wet, ranting and raving about a monster.
Gah! A foul, fearsome beast! Away! Away with you!
Poor fellow looks in a bad way. Frumple?
Chap seems delusional. We should get him into bed for some rest.
Came at me out the trees, a malign monster! Ah! 'Tis after me! 'Tis after me!
Looks like he needs a good rest.
He can use one of the beds in the servants' quarters. I'm sure Ambrose won't object.
Right then, Frumple, let's help get him into bed.
As long as I don't have to get too close, he smells like a blessed brewery.
Come on then, old chap. Right, we got the fellow settled. Should be right as rain soon.
As long as the bar guest doesn't come for him.
I say what?
Oh, never mind me, sir. Just a silly fancy.
Did you say bar guest? Like the name of this island?
It's daft, really, I suppose, but the bar guest is a ferocious monster said to roam the island at night. He's part dog, part monster. They say that anybody who sees it will surely die soon after.
Sounds like a pretty disagreeable chap,
Ew.
what? As a poppycock, mind you.
Well, one last thing, sirs, if it pleases you. In all the commotion, Madame Lavinia has misplaced her crystal ball. Says it's been stolen. Would you believe it?
Dashed careless of her.
I've promised to keep an eye out for anything suspicious out here, but maybe you could go and talk to her.
Very well, we shall see what the problem is.
Oh, well, we shall go see what the problem is.
I say, what's happened to your crystal ball?
Oh, it's that criminal sat in her chair over there. She's acting like she's oblivious, but look at her bill. She's clearly stolen it.
Well, that's really not on.
I even tried mentioning the Scottish play to shock it out of her, but she's deaf as a post.
The Scottish play?
The Shakespeare play. Macbeth. Actors are terrified of it. Think Shakespeare will come and eat them if it's even mentioned, or something like that.
Thank you for your time. Madam, perhaps you could return the good lady's crystal ball.
What's that? Music hall? Ah, you must be a fan. Sorry, darling, I don't do requests.
Daft old bird.
Macbeth.
The cheek! I do not have bad breath.
Well, that worked about as well as could be expected.
Thank you for your time, madam.
What's that?
Okay, so now we need to go, I believe, back to the drawing room and look at the books. Records, collection. There we go.
A collection of books, nothing of any great interest right now.
You sure about that?
Various works of fiction. These are most likely Ethelberta's. Aristotle preferred his scientific tomes instead.
Ugh, Shakespeare. The masters made us read it at school, toted old rot. Don't mind the one with the two lovers from rival families of mongooses and capybaras, though.
I say, Frumple, there's a copy of the play Madame Lavinia mentioned here.
There we go.
Macbeth.
Oh my god, did that have a shark on it?
Macbeth.
The cheek! I do not have bad breath.
Well, that worked about as...
Thank you for your time, madam.
What's that?
Wasn't that supposed to trigger it? Alright, back to the hallway. Back to the drawing room.
You know, this might just come in useful.
There we
As
go.
long as you don't force me to read it.
Alright, got it.
Macbeth.
The cheek! I do...
Well, that worked about...
Thank you for your...
What's that?
Alright.
Thank you for your...
What's that?
I say, madam, I have a play here that might interest you.
The Scottish play. Oh, get away from me. Away!
Thank you so much for getting my crystal ball back. I will let Beryl know that she needn't stand guard any longer.
Don't mention it, madam.
Alright, so we got that. Alright, so let's go to the kitchen.
I can't just cause them to spontaneously combust.
When I was in the Calf Scouts, we'd make fires by rubbing twigs together.
I see, and do you have any twigs handy?
Ugh, you don't have to poo-poo all my ideas, you know.
Let's see.
At least we know we can make more tea if we need to.
Oh, that's a relief. I feel like I've been nursing this cup for hours.
Alright.
A lamp with paraffin in it. A hot paraffin lamp.
Okay, so we got the paraffin lamp.
There we go, the cooker is heating up nicely now.
Okay. Yeah, this is the part that I completely missed. So, okay, so I know we heat the kettle up. And we put I believe we put the pan on that, but...
Oh my god.
That's what we needed, the
Frumple,
butter.
look at this is terrible.
What? What is it?
They're keeping red wine in the refrigerator. This is sacrilege.
Oh, is that all? I thought you found something important.
It's supposed to be room temp. Rosé and whites go into a fridge.
A block of butter. Might be useful. It's rock solid, however.
I like it when it's solid. Easier to take a bite out of it, you know.
Alright, so we've got the pan. So I know that goes there.
Let's put the pan on the stovetop.
And...
How thrilling. I've always wanted to try my hoof at cooking. Ah, look, Frumple. The heat has melted the butter into an oily liquid. I can hardly pick this up with my bare hooves. We'll need something to soak it up, I wager.
Well, what about your mane? That's probably absorbent.
That's a disgusting thought, Frumple.
Wasn't there like a... I have to think about this.
The moose's tie.
Used to have to wear one at school. Hated the wretched thing. Was always getting it in me soup.
And you didn't like walking around wearing a dirty tie?
It's not that. It would soak some of it up so I'd have less to eat. Rather fond of soup.
Alright.
Can't get this off by hoof. I think it's been glued on by the taxidermist. Sorry about this, sir, but I'm afraid we have need of your tie.
My lord, whatever are you doing? Stop that this instant!
Oh, frightfully sorry, madam.
Can't do this while the old goat is hanging around, what? We may need to convince her to leave.
Perhaps you should get some rest, dear lady.
I am feeling quite tired after all the commotion. I suppose there won't be any more guests now, and the madam's missing item has been found, so I should get a bit of rest.
Oh, we can get it. Alright.
Sorry about this, sir, but I'm afraid we have need of your tie. I suppose this fabric will soak up the grease. Ah yes, we now have a greasy tie. How splendid.
You do the strangest things, Winklebottom.
Okay, so we got that.
Just open this hatch.
Ugh, blasted thing won't stay open.
This might do the job. If I hold the door open with one hoof and try to jam the letter opener in with the other. Yes, I think that's going to keep the door open. Right, with this door held open, I can just about get my head in here. Let's have a look inside, shall we? Well, that was a tight squeeze. I can't really do much down here, but I can have a look around at least. Looks like there are some bags over yonder, but I can't tell what's inside them. This system must feed water into the rest of the house, the taps, Gilfrey's pipe network, the orangery and so on. This is a bottle of lye, an alkali used for cleaning. Alas, I cannot reach the switch from this undignified position. We'll need to get into the room. This switch seems to be connected to the pump system that drives water through Gilfrey's in-house pipe network. Right then, I'll collect a quantity of sap in the empty bottle.
Well, what is it?
I say, old thing, there really are some delightful plants in here.
Oh, delightful, are they? That's rich, isn't it? Delightful, he calls them, after he's been helping himself to some of my award-winning shrubbery.
I'm sure I don't know what you mean.
Oh, don't you indeed? Well, who else is going to reach up the top of that plant over there and have himself a munch on it? Oh, I know. It must have been the bloody sea lion, mustn't it? Yes, that'll be it. Famously long neck of sea lions.
It was just a few leaves. Barely any, really. I wonder, was there some trouble between you and Gilfrey? If you don't mind me saying so, you seem a touch put out.
Put out? Put out? I'm bloody livid, mush. The old git was planning to tell me to sling my hook. I heard him saying as much.
He was going to fire you.
Too bloody right he was. I heard him talking about me to someone over the phone.
And you're sure it was about you?
Of course it was. Gone too far this time, he said. Getting out of hand, he said. Just because I like to sample the vegetable garden from time to time.
Sample?
All right, I ate the old bloody lot. I mean, I can't help it, can I? It's in my bloody nature, isn't it?
Well, plants are frightfully tasty, old thing.
Exactly. You know where I'm coming from. And be honest, if it's a choice between some lovely homegrown lettuce and that slop Beryl cooks up, well, I mean, you just would, wouldn't you?
Well, thank you for your time.
Go on then. Push off. See if I care.
Alright, let's go back outside.
Let's pour this sap into the imprint of the key. Yes, that's filled it nicely. A key-shaped hole filled with sap from a plant.
We do live a strange life, Winklebottom.
I need to mix in some alkali before heating this.
There's alkali in the basement. Let's see.
I'd really rather not.
So,
I'm not sure they're designed for metal, but these shears are just about managing to get through the coat hanger.
Looks like they're jiggered now, though. Best check them away.
so we have coat wire hangers. I suppose we can't use them
I'd
to
really
pick a
rather
door
not.
lock. Nope, guess not.
Now this is interesting. Gilfrey would get out of his pipe network in here.
Oh, could he do that? Breathe air, I mean.
Oh yes, for a short while anyway. For longer periods he'd use a pressure suit. But you see, if we flush out the water, we might be able to get access to the body.
Then I could carry out an autopsy. Oh, I do like a good autopsy. Oh, sorry, old man.
The sign next to this light says, "Warning, do not open pressure valve when pump is powered."
Maybe just a slight turn, just to see what happens.
No, Frumple? This might help get leverage, but I think we need to lubricate the valve first.
That work?
Right then, I'll wipe this liquid butter around the valve using the tie we cut off a dead moose's mounted head.
There is literally no simpler way we could have done this.
I think I might dispose of this now, it's absolutely disgusting.
Alright.
Lubricating the valve wasn't enough, but maybe this will help us get some leverage on it. We should at least attempt to contact the police on the mainland before we move the body.
Alright. So, I know we need something to connect this.
This wire has been severed cleanly too, by the looks of it.
Bit suspect if you ask me. Can we repair it?
Maybe, if we can find some replacement wire to bridge the gap.
Maybe coat hanger wires?
Not the most professional repair, but I think
Okay.
it should allow us to use the telephone. Let's give this a try then. Ah yes, I have a connection. Operator, get me Scotland Yard.
Has it got through?
She's just connecting me now. Ah, greetings. This is Lord Winklebottom. I wish to report a suspicious death on the Isle of Barghest. I say hello? Hello?
What's wrong?
The line's dead. Must have gone down somewhere outside the house. Blast it, I don't think my message got through. It's down to us, Frumple. We must investigate this death ourselves. Any ideas, old thing?
Look, we know we can use that sap as a resin. That has to be helpful somehow.
Which we did. The question is, can we get that key yet?
A key-shaped hole filled with sap from a plant.
We do live a strange life, Winklebottom.
A sharp kitchen knife.
Don't know. Can we use it on it?
I have reservations about doing this. I need to mix in some alkali before heating this.
Okay, so we need to get into the... kitchen, there you go.
This door appears to be locked, most irritating.
Must lead down to that cellar you stuck your neck into earlier.
So, can we jimmy rig it, maybe?
No, sorry. At least we know we can make more tea if we need to.
Oh, that's a relief. I feel like I've been nursing this.
Alright, nothing there.
Mr. Walters?
Yeah, vast and away with you.
Is he drunk again?
A foul beast more terrible than the Kraken. Begone! Begone!
I think he might be dreaming.
Fella's gone crackers if you ask me.
I should never have shot that albatross. Cursed I be. But he knocked over me pint.
Seems like he's delusional, or at least I hope he is. I say, madam, are you feeling more rested now?
I'm feeling somewhat better now, my lord. I'll return to my duties shortly.
Ugh, this bed is absolutely filthy. Frumple, what do you make of this?
Looks like some kind of slime or mucus. I'd say this bed is used by a mollusk of some sort. Filthy buggers.
Alright.
Thank you for your time. A roaring hot fire, very cosy.
Trying to figure out what we use the kitchen knife for. I wonder. Oh, a second.
It's open now, so I should be able to look inside.
Can we do this?
Right, with this door held open, I can just about get my head in here. Let's have a look inside, shall we?
Alright.
This seems unlikely to be a fact.
Okay.
This switch seems to be connected to the pump system that drives water through Guilfrey's in-house pipe network.
Yes, we've determined that.
Alas, I cannot reach the switch from this undignified position. We'll need to get into the room.
Alright. Out we go!
Any ideas, old thing?
Look, we know we can use that sap as a resin. That has to be helpful somehow.
Which we did.
Goodbye for now, Miss Guilfrey.
Well, what is it?
Well, thank you for your time.
Go on then. Push off. See if I
Alright.
can.
Push off, see if I can. Alright, I think I covered all my notes.
From what I've read, this stuff might be useful.
Alright, so we need...
I don't really want to look.
Because that key gets us into the cellar. I need to get alkali. What the hell can I use for alkali?
I say, Winklebottom, I wonder if these chaps...
You could ask, but I doubt they'd hear, and I'd... The guest bedrooms are all down here. I suppose we should investigate.
Don't know why we bother. Even the daftest criminal isn't stupid enough to leave incriminating evidence lying around his own bedroom. Well, that was a bally waste of time. What did I tell you?
I know, old friend, but we had to do it.
Okay, let's see here. Let's see. Is there some we can use from the bathroom? Nope.
This might prove useful.
Absolutely not. Why, if you take that, people won't be able to wash their hooves after their ablutions. Absolutely filthy. No, I won't allow it.
Wait a minute, you know what I'm forgetting? Hold on a second. Let's see. We need the study, I think.
Oh, look, this is a map of the island. This will come in useful, I'm sure. Let's take one of these envelopes. I've already got one of these envelopes.
Okay. I think that's all we need here. Do we need to check the newspaper?
Looks like our dear friend Inspector Culver has solved another case. It seems this was an international case. He was aided by a foreign chap named Inspector Waffles.
I'd rather go for a waffle right now.
Is there any time you couldn't?
Okay. Okay. Oh, wait. Okay, I got it. I think I figured it out. So, okay. Kitchen. Back to here. Get the lie.
Right, with this door held open, I can just about get my head in here. Let's have a look inside, shall we?
Oh, no. Shoot. Damn it.
Right, with this door held open, I can just about get my head in here. Let's have a look inside, shall we? This is a dangerous substance. I don't especially want to pick it up with my mouth, but I suppose I don't really have a choice.
Alright. Got the lie.
Let's put this alkaline to the sap then.
Yeah, let me do it. This needs the steady hoof of a surgeon. Oh dear, well, it all went in at any rate.
There's a mixture of sap and alkali in this whole...
Shame it's so bloody freezing out.
Blamp. There we go.
Let me try and apply heat from this lamp to the resin mixture, and let's see what happens.
Can't see anything happening. How boring.
Give it time, Frumple.
Can we go now? I'm so bored waiting for this.
You know, Frumple, I rather think we can. Look, the resin is set solid, just like the book said.
Oh yes, no, never doubted it for a moment. Looks like we now have a copy of the key that was dropped here.
Now to find what is the key to. Maybe this key we made will fit the lock on the cellar door.
By Jove, it works. Well
There
done,
we go.
Winklebottom.
Oh, unfortunately it snapped off in the lock. I suppose the resin wasn't really strong enough. Still got the door open anyway.
Alright, see what we got.
I suppose they must keep a few cooking supplies down here too.
Foolish if you ask me. It'll get all damp in this place.
No,
I suppose they must...
Foolish if you ask me.
it's salt water.
This system must feed water into the...
Alright. So now we should be able to...
Since there's no way to contact the mainland, we should flush out the body and perform an autopsy ourselves.
Are you sure you know what you're doing? The guilt-free estate will not be held liable for any damage or injury caused by incorrect operation of that device, you know.
Oh, hang it all, what's the worst that can happen?
Oh, bloody hell! Ah!
Oh shit. Oh dear. Salt, if you ever poured salt on a slug, try it sometime. Alrighty.
Well, that was a most eventful night.
Quite so, old boy.
Hopefully our call got through to the police on the mainland, though I don't hold out much hope in that regard.
Our first priority should be the autopsy. I'll need to go and have a look at the body.
Good lord, what was that? It sounded like it came from the drawing room. We must investigate.
Again.
Somebody please come quickly!
It's Miss Gilfrey again. Hurry, Frumple.
Oh, Lord Winklebottom, Dr. Frumple, thank goodness you're here. I just came back this morning and I discovered this horrific mess.
What a disgusting sight. What on earth is it?
I do believe it's Mr. Pumphrey, the gardener.
Whatever could have happened to him?
Poor chap looks to have been doused in salt water. Deadly to certain invertebrates, you know.
Salt water? Why would salt water be running through the pipes in here?
I need some fresh air. You'll find me outside if you need me. Oh, look at this!
Ah, Miss Price! You gave me quite the start. I didn't notice you coming in.
Story of my life. This is fascinating, though. I'd heard this could happen to slugs, but I've never witnessed it before. Oh, I would like to study it.
Bit grim.
Poor Mr. Pumphrey.
I say, you don't think this had anything to do with us messing around with that water system, do you?
Oh, I don't suppose so, no. On balance, I'm certain this was just a terrible but entirely unrelated accident. Tell us a bit about your work.
It's hard to know where to begin, really. It was very varied. Archaeology, historical research, even paleontology. Gilfrey had found a lot of very interesting artefacts over the years.
And you were cataloguing them all?
I wasn't just his secretary, if that's what you were implying. I studied them, made notes, performed tests to determine age and so on. We were doing solid research.
Had you made any significant discoveries recently? Could that be what Gilfrey was planning to announce?
No, nothing out of the ordinary. Certainly nothing that would be of interest to the general public.
Could we perhaps take a look at your notes to see if there's anything that stands out?
I'm afraid not. Mr. Gilfrey took them and I don't know where he put them. I'd be very grateful to have them back if you happen to find them.
Thank you, Miss Price.
Okay.
Now, let us have a look in here.
Oh, just some papers. How boring.
Not inherently so, but in this case, yes. They don't seem to be of any great interest. Although it does seem odd that they're in such a mess. It's almost as if somebody had been rummaging through them in a hurry.
Best way, in my opinion, gets it out of the way. I much prefer reading things with nice pictures in them. Medical books have some excellent drawings.
One would hope that you at least glance at the words, mind you.
Okay. So, nothing there. Alright, let's go up to the bathroom.
Right then, I suppose you'll need to perform this autopsy.
Trouble is I don't have all my equipment. Wasn't expecting to need it. At the very least I'll need a knife, some needle and thread, and some kind of apron to protect myself. Have to ask around, I suppose.
Poor Gilfrey. How sad he should end up like this. I suppose we should search the body for clues.
Looks like there's something in his pocket. We should probably take a look. I'll need to perform an autopsy as soon as possible too.
Let's try to do this as quickly as we can. I don't like to think of him just lying here in the bathtub like this.
You know, this sort of reminds me of that case we had in Yorkshire a few years back. Remember that? Hogfellow was murdered by being pushed down a hill in a bathtub. Last of the summer swine, the press called it.
Oh my
Shall we
god.
get on, Frumple? Poor Gilfrey. How...
Looks like there's something in his pocket.
Let's try to do this.
You know, this sort of...
Shall we get on?
Alright, I think I hit the wrong... No.
Only thing he has on him is a key by the looks of it. Nothing else here.
Okay. We have a key. Let's go see Dame Celia's bag.
Dame Celia's haberdashery bag. Knitting, sewing, wool, threads and such like.
Go on then, pinch a needle and thread while she's not looking.
Dr. Reginald Frumple, I'm appalled. We must ask her if we wish to borrow her belongings.
No, we don't.
Like you asked when you made off with that dead chap's tie, you mean?
Dame Celia, we should like to borrow your sewing kit.
Don't mumble so, darling.
Dame Celia, we should...
Don't mumble so, darling.
Farewell, Dame Celia.
What did you...
I'll rate it anyway.
Dame Celia's haberdashery bag. Knitting, sewing, wool, threads and such like.
Go on then, pinch a needle and thread while she's not looking.
Dr. Reginald Frumple, I'm appalled. We must ask her if we wish to borrow her belongings.
Like you asked when you made off with that dead chap's tie, you mean?
Well, we have a key, and I think I know what that key is to.
You know, Frumple, I'm not sure we have all the information we need to crack this puzzle. A curious box. Oddly, it seems to be fixed in place. It appears, however, that parts of the map itself might actually move slightly.
Okay, so...
Well, we have a key and we have a locked door. It would be most remiss of us not to at least attempt to use one with the other.
Well, go on then. Stop wittering on and just try it.
Oh, very well.
Alright, in the attic we go.
Look, Frumple, somebody seems to have dropped a book.
Anything good? I like that one where animals from space came down in weird two-legged walking machines, then caught rabies and died. Very exciting.
No, actually, it appears to be a prayer book. We should return it to its rightful owner. Strange that it would be here, mind you.
Right,
No luck, I'm afraid. The door appears to be jammed shut.
I swear I can hear movement inside, though. I say, you in there. I insist you open this door at once. Well, I'm out of ideas. We need to force it open somehow.
This seems unlikely to be effective.
Okay, so we have to find something to...
An envelope with nothing inside it.
Just,
This
you know.
seems unlikely to be effective.
Okay, I didn't know.
I wonder, is this prayer book yours, perhaps?
Oh, goodness, yes. I've been looking for that all morning. Wherever did you find it?
Rather curiously, we found it behind a locked door leading up to the attic.
Oh my, well, that is most strange.
I really can't account for that at all. Most strange indeed.
Nonetheless, I'm glad I was able to return it to you. Ah, Miss Clutterbuck, I wonder if you might be able to lend us your apron for a short time.
I think not, my lord. I'd be lost without it. Give me a minute and I'll get you one of my spares, though. There you are, my lord. You can keep this one. It never did me any good in any case.
Oh my. Here, Frumple, you can keep hold of this. Thank you, Miss Clutterbuck.
Alright, so we got the apron. We just need to get the needle and thread somehow. Okay, folks, I think I'm going to cut it here. We'll go... Next episode, we'll get the needle and thread. We also can go outside now and investigate, so we'll go do that. And... oh, shoot. What else is there? We also... I believe something will happen with that diving helmet that we have. We'll have to go investigate. So, with that, thanks for joining me on this episode. Please like, subscribe, and share as usual. And I will see you guys on the next Lord Winklebottom Investigates. Bye for now.